Hey guys, welcome to Nested Gardens. I'm Jackie and this week is Halloween. So I thought that we would have some fun while I introduce you to 5 of the Autumn Garden's most unlikely heroes. So first we gotta carve these bad boys. Let's get busy. All right.
There's spider webs everywhere.
Spider webs! So while the girls work on their jack-o'-lanterns, I am going to put together a spooktacular Halloween themed arrangement. And I just wanted to give props to Barefoot Booms. That's the place that I work with some incredibly, insanely talented floral designers here in Nova Scotia. And if you want to get a spooktacular flower arrangement now or any time of the year, reach out to those guys, they'll hook you up. Okay, let's get busy. Where's my knife? Here it is. Ha ha ha. Mo ha ha.
I'm all yes.
Okay, can you girls show me your scariest laugh?
Mo ha ha ha. Mo ha ha ha.
Together that actually sounded like an actual villain laughing.
And if you don't carve pumpkins, it's bad luck for you.
It's bad luck if you don't carve pumpkins on Halloween. Hear that? Okay, so our first unsung hero of the garden in fall is the good old pumpkin. Now,
You get a trick.
pumpkins
not a
grow
trick.
just like most other squashes, but they are hungry, hungry buggers. So planting them by the compost pile or in a very rich soil is probably your best bet, and they need lots of space. Other than that, they're pretty foolproof. There's lots of stories of people who just have pumpkins sprout up from jack-o'-lantern seeds and they grow out through the year, and they get pumpkins for free. Anyhow, I like to grow the sugar pie varieties so that you can have them for a dual purpose. You can roast them, puree them, and then freeze them and use them for canned pumpkin, making pumpkin pies, pumpkin smoothies, all the kind of pumpkin spice desserts that they make nowadays. And then you can just have fun and carve the rest into jack-o'-lanterns. So that's what we've got for the pumpkin man. The second unsung hero is what's called a Rugosa Rose. And this guy I chose for our spooktacular arrangement because 1, it's drop dead gorgeous. 2, it's got thorns, so it's kind of pokey and it's kind of spooky. And the Rugosa Rose
Mommy,
is
the gloves are working.
something that I love in the spring. I love it in the summer, I love it in the fall. We use the roses, the petals, ouch, to make rose syrup. We make rose lemonade. I dry the petals for tea.
And guess who's walking under you?
Wild
You
roses.
don't have plastic gloves, just use this.
And wild roses are actually
cute.
very powerful herbal medicine. And not only the rose petals, but also the rose hips. So that's what we have here. And they really shine when it comes autumn time. But, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. This, to me, is the epitome of beautiful autumn foliage. So now, the showstopper of our spooktacular arrangement is going to be these reblooming German or bearded irises. Now,
Those are irises.
this is the end of October, and I just picked these yesterday. They're actually supposed to be white, but because of the cold temperatures that we've been getting, it's been getting well into freezing at nighttime. They've turned kind of this bluish purple tinge. But I thought that they would be so cool because they have this ghostly kind of quality about them. And so I thought, what better than these?
And trust me, when you carve your pumpkin and you're curious of what it smells like, you don't want to know.
Yeah, pumpkin guts don't smell too great, do they?
Comment down below if you dare us to lick pumpkin guts. Which I hope you guys don't. But if you...
I'm not licking any pumpkin guts.
Me neither.
Well, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I want to know what it tastes like.
So, reblooming irises are really low maintenance. They're so easy, so beautiful.
This was what it would look like if you got lots of it out.
They're gorgeous in the spring when they come up for the first time. And then they kind of just start sending up their spikes, which are a nice green all year long. And then in the fall, they give you this gorgeous second showing when basically everything else has gone to sleep. They wake up and they come to the party for a second time. Really recommend them. They're beautiful.
Mommy, can you help me pick this up because I can show it to the camera, please?
All right, so Beth's almost done hollowing out her pumpkin. She has a sideways pumpkin, so she's going to use the stem as the nose.
As the nose. Sure.
The next guy that I want to talk to you guys about is called Red Amaranth or Amaranthus. This one, a variety is called Hopi Red Dye Amaranth. And you grow it. It's a very nutritionally dense plant. It's grown for its seeds. You can see them kind of coming off here. It's like a bit of an alternative grain. You might even see if some people on gluten-free diets have amaranth as a grain instead of wheat. But also the leaves are very nutritious. They're a good substitute for spinach, or you would kind of use them in the same ways. I thought this would be really cool, the way that it's so droopy and incredibly dramatic to add to our arrangement. All right, so the girls are still scooping away. And on our spooky arrangement, so far we have our spiky, scary Rosa Rugosa. We have our ghostly German bearded irises, reblooming variety. And now we have our droopy, spooky red amaranth. Now, the red amaranth is really cool because it's also been used as a dye plant. My hands are getting a little bit pinky, if you noticed. And then last but not least, we are going to be adding these scary seed pods from a plant called Baptisia australis or Blue False Indigo. And this is one of my favorite perennials because it is gorgeous all year round. Beautiful indigo blue colored flowers. Awesome foliage that you can use in arrangements. It's really just so brilliant for that. And then it's also an amazing plant in a mixed garden because it has nitrogen fixing qualities, which means that the plant actually has little nodules on its roots that release nitrogen into the soil. And if you didn't know, nitrogen is one of the key components in a plant fertilizer mix. So plants really require that. Plants like pumpkins need lots of nitrogen to grow big and strong and healthy. So this plant actually makes it for its neighbors in the garden, which is so cool. And the seed pods, the things that are rattling around, are actually the seeds. And so although you would buy this plant at the garden center for probably about $30, which isn't cheap for a perennial, you can save the seeds once they start producing, and then next year start your own. It does take a few years for it to really reach maturity and start to flower and look terrific, but it's definitely well worth the wait. Alright, so our Spooktacular arrangement is all done now. I hope that you've had fun joining me for the 5 unlikely autumn heroes, and I hope that next year you find some space in your garden to plant them as well.
And I hope you join us for Halloween.
Goodbye and good night.
And I'm making gut pancakes.
Got pancakes. Okay, well, I'm going to help these girls finish off their jack-o'-lanterns. I wish you the best Halloween ever. Everybody be safe and have fun, and I hope that you'll join us for the next video where we talk all about how much fun it is to grow food and other really kooky cool things in your garden. Okay, bye.